Hey, we're going. This is Kerri-Ann from Kerri-Ann's Cravings. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making the ultimate brownie recipe. Now, if this sounds good to you, stick around and let's get started. So before we get started, there are two things we want to get done first. We want to prep our baking pan. We're going to line it, as well as we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. So now we can move on to creating our parchment sling. I am using a 9x9 brownie pan. An 8x8 is standard, but this is what I have. So this is what I'm going to be using. So I'm also using my 12x6 pre-cut parchment sheet. So you're going to go ahead and line up your baking pan to the edge of your parchment sheet and use a pen or a pencil and draw a line just like I did here. You're going to fold the sheet at the line. You're going to use the line as the new edge, and you're going to create a crease. Then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut along to the right of the line. That way you don't get the ink in the part that's going to be used to line the pan. So go ahead and cut it. Doesn't have to be perfect. And cut it all the way to the end. So now you're going to flip over your baking pan and take the larger piece and place it at the bottom just to size it up. It should be a perfect fit. And then you're going to take your non-stick cooking spray and spray the pan with it. So now you want to go ahead and line the pan. The cooking spray is going to help the parchment sheet to stick to your pan. So next I'm going to take two binder clips to hold the flaps in place on both ends. And also, you also want to make sure that the parchment paper is nice and smooth. You don't want it to create any wrinkles in your brownie. We're going to be removing the binder clips later on before we bake these up. Also, make sure that your flaps are no more than 2 inches long. So if they're hanging more than 2 inches, just go ahead and just snip off the excess. So once you're done, we're going to go ahead and set this aside and start working on our brownie. So now we're going to go ahead and prep our unsweetened chocolate block, removing it from the packet. Then I'm going to take my bread knife and start breaking it down. So next you're going to take your knife and just chop these up into smaller pieces. And you're going to keep going until all our chocolate has been chopped up. So once it's all been chopped up, you want to go ahead and pour it in your microwavable bowl. We're also going to add our chocolate chips to the bowl, and we're also going to be cutting up our butter and tossing that in as well. So now we're going to heat this in the microwave for 1 minute. Now this is what it looks like at that 1 minute mark. It's not completely melted, but we want to give it a stir, and we're going to return it to the microwave and continue heating in 30-second bursts. And we're going to stir between bursts until the mixture is melted and smooth but not scorched. So now we've arrived at that nice smooth consistency that we're looking for. So we're going to go ahead and set this aside to cool down. So now we're going to go ahead and beat our egg and our sugar. And I just want to show you how I extract my egg yolk, because we need 3 full eggs for this recipe and an egg yolk. Crack the egg on the rim of the bowl or the countertop, and then you want to gently transfer the yolk back and forth between the eggshell halves. You want to let as much egg white drip into the bowl below as possible, and then you want to keep going until all the egg white is gone and you leave with just the yolk. Then you place the egg yolk in a separate bowl. So another way to do this is to cup your palm and pour the egg in your palm and allow the egg whites to slide through your fingers. Either method will get the job done. So now you want to go ahead and grab your large mixing bowl as well as your hand mixer, and we're going to place our eggs into the bowl. Next, we're going to add our sugar. So now you want to beat the eggs and the sugar on medium-high heat until it's light and thick. This will take you about 3 minutes. Now you don't have to worry about writing all the measurements and the ingredients down, because I'm going to take care of that for you by linking them in the video description. So go ahead and check that out. Now, if you still haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe now and hit that notification bell so you are first to be notified once a new recipe drops. So now we want to go ahead and add our vanilla, and then we're going to beat that into our mixture as well. Now you're going to grab that rubber spatula and gently mix in that cooled chocolate mixture. Oh, this chocolate smells like heaven. It smells so divine, so yummy. So now we're going to gently fold in our flour and our salt, and until it's completely incorporated into the mixture. So now that our flour has been completely incorporated into our chocolate mixture and we have a uniform consistency, this is perfect. We are ready to add this to our baking tin. So go ahead and pour this luscious mixture into your baking pan. Now a typical measurement for a brownie pan is 8 by 8, but I'm using a 9 by 9 because that's what I have on hand and it's quite alright. Just look how gorgeous that is. It's going to be so delicious. Now if you want thicker brownies, you're going to have to double or triple the ingredients across the board. Also, you want to give it a few shakes on the countertop to both level it out and to remove any air that might be in your batter. And go ahead and smooth the top as well to remove any air that might be sitting on the top. This looks so good, you guys. Go ahead and remove the binder clips, and we're going to place this in the oven and bake it for 35 to 40 minutes. Now do not overbake. If you arrive at that 40-minute mark and you feel your toothpick is still coming back with with some mixture on it, go ahead and remove it anyway. It is done. We certainly don't want it to be dried out and overdone. And here we are at that 35-minute mark, and look at all that crinkly goodness on top. This is perfect. So we're going to go ahead and get a toothpick or a skewer, and we're going to check the center of our brownie for doneness. And here we go. And this is perfect. Our brownie is ready, so that's it. So we're not going to overbake it, and we're going to allow this to cool completely before we cut into it. So now that my brownie has been completely cooled, I'm going to go ahead and slice it up. Now, I'm no expert at this, and I'm free-handing it, and it's not going to be symmetrical, and I'm okay with that. It's still going to be good. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove my brownie from my pan, and I'm going to grab each end of my parchment sling, and look how easily that is removed from the pan. I want to go ahead and show you just how moist our brownie is. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a back piece, which is my favorite. I like that crunch. Now let's get into the moistness of this brownie, the ultimate brownie. This is super moist. These are ultra thick, they're fudgy, they're chewy, they're so chocolatey, and they have that perfect crinkly crust on top. And that is what makes this the ultimate brownie, and it's going to be the best brownie you ever had. As always, I want to thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me today, and I hope you will give this recipe a try, as well as give this video a thumbs up. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, I'm inviting you to subscribe now and hit that notification bell. As always, one love and stay blessed, my friend.